What's up? So while we're waiting for this whole video to load, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the rundown of what happened. So first, what happened is I had this dream last night that I had like went up to the top of like the Himalayas or something, and then like I was helping people up at the top and like looking at it, and it was just so many people, and it was like so difficult. And everybody got up and whatnot. And then I go and I look over off the side, and that shit was high as hell. I'm like, damn. If you fall off that, you're gonna die. Some other stuff happened in between. It was like this helicopter that like took me off the mountain, and then I had to go down. And I was looking for this like horn, like an ox horn to like blow. So I was in a shop, and then I was like checking out the sounds or whatever. And then like they had the conch shell, and that's another type of thing you can blow on that. I was just comparing the two sounds, and then some other stuff happened. I don't remember. So I wake up and I'm like, yo, I had this dream. And like my mom had this dream too about my grandma, and then something happened. Nothing bad, really good. And then like I had that dream, so I'm like, yo, this happened. And then call somebody else, and I'm like, hey, yo, this happened. So I go out. I got a feeling like, yo, I've been in the house. I'm on vacation. I need to get on somewhere. So I go get ready and whatnot. I'm skipping a couple of parts. I get ready and I go to this shop, man, because I've been trying to find an ox horn for a while. And I go and they like, hey, we have it. It's the real ones, but you can't blow it. So I'm like, okay, now I know where to get it. It's not too expensive. So cool. I want to get one where I go up a mountain, I blow it on top of the mountain. Religious reasons, spiritual reasons, whatever you want to call it. Like I know what I do. So anywho, yeah, I was thinking, okay, I'll get that later and then like cut it myself. And yeah, so I went on a journey. I'm like, man, look, I'm driving somewhere. I don't even know where. So I just like hop on the bike and I'm going to like Siem Reap. It's like a smaller Siem Reap. It's a like little village. I'm just driving, man, for a long time, like at least an hour or so. So I drive, I go there. I'm like, well, since I'm over here, I'm gonna just go to I'm gonna just go
Do I
to
really want to drive through this?
I'm gonna just go to Tonle Bati.
Compared to
Like this
Indy,
is where I was on my way
clear
to
skies.
Siem Reap, and it was so dusty. Uh, but yeah, so I ended up going to Tonle Bati, and that's like a place with you know, it's got this temple, this old temple that you see right here. But the thing is, like, there's usually beggars and stuff there, which doesn't bother me. But it's like they be doing so much, and it's like blasphemy. Like I feel the ill intentions, but the place is nice. So I'm going around. I'm like, look, I'm gonna just put these incense and like clear this negativity out by myself. I got my own like. How do I explain this to you? Like I believe in God. Like I am a Catholic, but God is like limitless. So you can't put a limit on what God can be. So wherever I go, it's always God in my head. If you're not religious, it don't matter. I'm not judging you or whatever, but this is my story. And it's pretty interesting in my opinion. So I go around, I'm hitting it with incense and whatnot. And then like I go stand at this one place in the front and I got this feeling like now, it's not even a feeling, I just see like, okay, you need to go to the back. So I immediately go to the back. And when I get there, there's like this stone, right? So I look at the stone. I'm gonna skip ahead to that part. So I look at the stone, and I just kind of like it was just kind of almost dead center. So I just look at it, put my hand on it, and then it's like I need to put some water on that, but I can't drink from it first, right? So I like wait and I put some water on there, and it comes out like this, like an elephant, like resembles an elephant. So I'm like, okay, that makes sense because like sometimes like I'll see Ganesh, the Indian god with the elephant face. And as for your record, like Hinduism, God is God, like but God changes forms. Like God can be whatever God wants to be. So like it's not that there's different deities. It's still the same God. God can recreate itself, for lack of better terms, to be whatever God wishes to be. Like there's just different, multiple, infinite personalities of God. So yeah, when that came out, I'm like, oh snap, that's interesting. So I say the mantra, like the Ganesh mantra or whatever, and I'm like, okay, I got to get out of here. I don't know where I'm going, so since I'm over here, I guess I'll just drive straight and then like just try to hit the road with all the mountains. I know it's gonna be far. And like as I'm driving, there was some funny stuff going on. Like people were like, "What the hell, bruh?" Facebook messing up, but people were like just randomly shooting each other with water guns. Like if you drive by, they would just shoot with a water gun and whatnot. And like I got hit in the face like once or twice. But yeah, it was funny. So on the way there, skipping ahead just to for the sake of time. There's this rough street, man. So many rocks and stuff. But yeah, I got here so I could see the mountain. I'm like, well, I guess
It
I'll
is
try to
hot.
go. So
I'm out here, trying to make it to this mountain. Bro, the goddamn road sucks so bad it might rain. Don't know.
it did.
Man, it is hot though.
It was. So there's my face. It's me. Yay. So yeah, I went and then I ended up finding the road to the mountain, and I just saw this thing. So I'm like, hey, that's cool. I'm gonna take a picture of it. So originally I was thinking like, yo, I'm gonna just go to the base of the mountain. I'm not trying to go up the mountain today. And I had gone to like this one road, right? And when I went to the road, it was the wrong one to go like to the foot of the mountain. So I come across this first monk and he's like, where are you trying to go? But he's speaking Khmer. I'm like, I just want to come like see the mountain or whatever. And he's like, you want to go up? I'm like, I don't know, but I had this dream like about a mountain, so I came and whatever. He's like, no, go that way, turn right, and then just go. I said, okay. So I left and I started driving. And I drive, and I start going up, and there's like this big black Buddha statue, bro. Like this thing is huge. Maybe like 20 feet high or more. So I drive up past that, and I'm driving up the mountain just on my little motorcycle, bro. On my little Honda Dream. Look that up. That's what I drive. So I'm just like, and I get up there, and then I just park. And it's like, hey, you want to go up? And I'm like, yeah, I guess so. And I was already up high. Like I could already see the
I had a
city and
dream I
whatnot.
was at the top of the Himalayas, helping people up and stuff. And yeah, I decided today I needed to go to the mountains. So here I am.
And that's even before I had like stepped foot onto the mountain. Like I might be at the base right now. But yeah, so I drove up this little path down here. Also, driving down that when it's dark sucks. It's scary. Like if I didn't have that one dude, if I wasn't following that one dude, bro, I probably would crash my shit off the mountain, bro. But yeah, I was already up high, so I'm like, well, can't be that much higher, right? But Pete, that's that statue I was telling you about. It's so big. And then I started going up. So what have I to say? What do you have to say, Rob? So I'm going up the mountain, man. And of course I do come across some people, we going up together, and I see them like resting and whatnot. I'm like, all right, then we just gonna go together. So that way, we're not by ourselves. And then like they was getting tired, I was getting tired, but we all just kept going.
It's not easy.
And I would wait for them. And it was like thousands of steps, bro. Like at least 1,000.
These steps are steep.
It's probably more than that, I'm pretty sure, but just steps,
Telling you,
steps,
man.
steps. It took me 32 minutes to get up there
I don't know how
with
many
breaks.
steps. It's a lot.
So man, it was a definite
The dream I had last night,
workout. Like you got to work for this,
I'm gonna
man.
make it up for
Not to
today.
mention,
But I didn't
it
plan on
started
coming here
storming and
today.
whatnot, like
Not really.
thunderstorming, like
I always wanted to
thunderclaps
come
and
here.
lightning and stuff.
But
And there was like random monkeys, but they
well,
ain't
you
bother
napping
nobody.
on here.
So yeah, I saw them and we just started walking together. And the rain was coming in, and but you know, I've been through something like that before, and I'm not just gonna give up. And it's just like, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, just keep pushing past
Yeah,
it. It
bad
hurts,
monkey. Eat noodles and
monkey.
shit. Monkeys and shit all
Then
over the
look, it
place.
was like a whole gang of monkeys, bro.
They be stealing shit.
That's why I was kind of trying not to be on my phone
Not
because they
yet.
will take your phone.
I remember in military college, I had to go up a mountain. It was like winter time. It was freezing, raining and shit. Memories.
So yeah, I did
Needless
get
to
to the
say,
top of the mountain.
I made it to the top of that mountain.
You can't see anything, but that's fine. And, you know, they're
We walked
praying.
together.
There's actually some fragments of the Buddha's bones in there from Sri Lanka. How it goes is I think that like every important, like, what do you call this, Buddhist
Now we eat.
place, it'll have some fragments. You know what I'm saying? Like at a important temple, or just certain temples, man. It'd be like that. Don't ask me why. I don't know yet. So yeah, we get up there and it was this monk. He's like, "Hey, did you guys eat yet? If you haven't eaten, go eat." And I didn't eat anything all day. I just drank some water, and then like I'm like, "Yeah, okay, let's eat." So we
At the
had some
mountain temple.
food, whatnot.
Then
Now I had
so
told,
much
of
food
course,
in
I
there.
told them like I had this dream. They was like, "Oh, you need to
Still
like
raining
come see this,
outside.
come see this, and then come talk to the monk." So of course, eventually I talked to him, right? And he like he was just like explaining the dream, and when I went in there was like at least 7 or 8 people in there too, just listening to what I was saying. And I explained the dream. I ain't really know what to ask, but it's like I'm just gonna tell you what I saw and then what I think it means. Like I like I realized on the mountain, like come on now, I was going up the mountain. It's painful. It started thunderstorming. It's raining like hell, bro. Like, and not just no normal rain. Like it's storming, and I'm still going up the mountain. Like yeah, I got tired. I stop and I rest, but you keep moving. So what I was thinking first is, hey, life is like that, right? We go through shit and that shit be painful. There's obstacles and shit. We stop, think clearly, keep it moving again. Even if it's just a little bit, you get like one step further. You know what I'm saying? I hope this ain't boring you. I'm trying not to bore you, but yeah, you get one step further, and that's what I just kept thinking. And I'm like, this is just like life. Like this is a pilgrimage, a journey. You have to earn this. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be at the temple. You have to walk up that temple and you have to feel some pain. You have to go through some stuff. So I get up there and I told him, you know, what's up? And he pretty much asked me if like I knew my path and whatnot. And like if I know how to meditate, and there was this other dude asking if I knew how to meditate, and I'm like, yeah, like I can look at you right now and be somewhere else at the same time and see other stuff. And like the monk is just like normal because he's like, yeah, he already knows. Like he the monk told the other dude like he already knows himself. Like he knows. I'm like, yeah. So the monk knew what was up with me when I got there, but he did tell me some stuff, and like he was like, yeah, man, you've been betrayed a lot. So like you need to be careful who you trust and this and that. I'm like, yeah, that's true. I know. And you know, we just talked about the war and all this stuff and how things are going bad. And you know, just some normal stuff because he already knew I knew what was going on. And then like the other dude just wanted to keep talking and talking. So he took me around and like I came across this and then here it had Ganesh, but my I took a picture. My phone is like blurry because of the rain water, you know. So yeah, he took me around to this and that. And then they were playing some music. It's like real traditional. And mind you, this is not a small mountain, man. Like you can look it up. It's called Penum Srong. You might not be able to find it, but I'll try to do something. So yeah, this was going on, and like I went walking with the monk. The monk started walking me around and stuff, right? Because he was like, "Come over here." Like there was a lot of people following me and walking with me, especially him. He's like, "Hey, let him go over here. Let him go over there." And like I put some incense here and there, and they like, "Hey, meditate here. What'd you see? Did you see something?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did." Like, "What'd you see?" Like, something with four heads and like multiple arms, and like I think it was like one of the angels, or I don't know what it is, man, because Kamai stuff is difficult, but there was definitely a presence up there. And then like this lady got in a trance and whatnot, and she was doing like some stuff. It's hard to explain, but like old warrior type moves and stuff. And then like yeah, he came over. He like anointed me with they spray cologne on the stuff. So he came and like sprayed me. The monk, he sprayed me, but he would also spray the like the statues or whatnot. So it's like he just anointed me in the same way that he anointed the statue. So he definitely knows that there's something with me. He knows, because I mean, like that just puts us on the same level. And I know myself. So we go around, and I go in like one other room. I don't have a video of that, but it's like a whole bunch of like uh statues of God in different forms. And I immediately see Shiva. I'm like, okay, Om Namah Shivaya. I say the mantra for that. And then I got Ganesh. I'm like, I say the Ganesh mantra. There's a few, but I did like Om Shreem Hreem Gleem Glam Ganganapataye Bada Bada. That one, you don't know it, but if you do, good. So like I'm just praying in general, right? And I'm like, I know like there's no limit to this. So I'm just doing my thing. And I go in this one more place because they want me to stay the night, right? And it's like, hey, you should sleep here one night and then like just go tomorrow. I'm like, I can't. Because really I was feeling like a little bit bothered because people kept following me around saying, do this, do this, do this. But the monk wasn't like worried about me. He was just letting me be. But the others were like talking so much. And like I went to one more place because I told him what I saw. And he was like, oh, go down there to this one room. And I went, and there's like this other angel or God thing, form of God. I'm gonna say form of God so that you understand, like it's still God as you know God, right? God has no limits, can be whatever God wishes to be. God is infinite, meaning God is everything and everywhere. But anywho, yeah, I go in there and I just like quiet myself. And when I quiet myself, I see like the God riding on an elephant. And then I saw like some swords, but like the old style swords. And then I saw lotus flower and a dragon. I was telling the dude that was walking with me. And then like we went back. And before that, I also like put a shield over myself. I was meditating for a bit in the room with the Ganesh statues, and then like I just let like a shield like encircle me, like boost up my energy, put a little barrier because I felt like I needed it. And then yeah, I went back to the monk and like I went to tell like everybody what I saw, and I promise you it was quiet in that room. I didn't take a picture where he was because it's like I just didn't want to be like that. Like I felt like nah, I'm gonna have a little, I'm not here for show. But next time I'll probably take a picture, but this time was serious. So I yeah, told them what I saw, and they just quiet. And then like I sat down one more time, and yeah, we talked a little bit, and he just wanted me to know. He's like, hey, just think before you do this or that. And the one dude just kept trying to talk to me, and like I wouldn't understand because my mind was so cloudy because I was trying to like, be in my zone. And then like he was saying so much that the monk was just like, just wait. Next time I'll tell him myself or something like that. Like I'll let him know myself. I know him already. He knows something about me already. I'm like, all right. So I'm like, yeah, it's time for me to go because I felt like it wasn't the time to stay there. So I left. I got ready to leave, and then yeah, man, that was it. And I went back down, followed this dude down. We got down in like 17 minutes, so like half the time. Gave some donations for the temple, and some of the monks up there had beards too. So I was like, hey, beard monk. So now I know I can go up there and sleep there if I want to. Like there's a literal mountain temple, and I've conquered 3 mountains here. Chisor in the east, Udon in the north, which is a necropolis. And the funny thing is, when I went there, a relationship that I had with somebody, like it died, like it had to die. So it's funny that we went there. And then now I went to one in the south, and when I went to the one in the south, this is what I came across. So so that's like 3 different temples, I guess you could say. And yeah, man, it the next time I go, like I have to go back because I feel like there's something that I need to do. I want to ask if he can get something for me or like do this little thing. Like it's like this stomach chain. It's hard to explain. I'm not even sure what it is, but I think he's worth it. Like he knows what's going on, and I don't want just some random person to do it. So it was a real special journey. And later on, I was thinking, right, like I had to let it all sink in. Before I left, he was like, "Hey, don't drink," and I'm like, I can't really lie. Like I can lie, but I don't. So he's like, "Don't drink." I'm like, "All right, I won't." So I guess it was like I had to soak it all in, right? So I'm driving home, and this ain't no 1 hour drive, bro. I was driving for hours. Like when I left, it was nighttime. Like you can't see, and all those craters and shit in the road. But so I'm driving. I'm like, man, what was the purpose of all this, man? Like, what was the purpose of that dream? What was the purpose of me being there? And when I got to the top, yeah, I was satisfied. Like I teared up and I just felt strong. But it's like I was thinking there was all these people trying to tell me to do this, do that. Excuse me. But then the monk was just like calm and like let me be and like understanding what I was, where my head was and like where my energy and my spirit was. So I'm like, you know, and also the people that I walked up the mountain with, they weren't like pushing me to do this, pushing me to do that, like asking questions like, what else did you see? What happened? What? Hey, come look at this. Come look. No, they were normal, like gave me food and whatnot. But there was some that was just like bothering me and saying, "Hey, you need to do this when you over here. Do this, do this, do this." But it's like I already know how to interact with God on my own level, and it was clear that they didn't have any idea. But the monk already knew it, which is even when I went to go sit, he didn't worry about anything. But it's like if he's like an important monk, but you're talking over him, right? And like trying to talk to me and you're not really listening and hearing what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Like he's talking to me, but it's like you want to tell me this, and this. But I got him right here and he's not telling me this, and this. But he's been a monk for a long time. You know what I'm saying? It's like when people try to tell you things, but they don't really know what they're talking about. But the monk's just like just there and just let me be. Cause he already knew like there's no need to tell me much, right? There's no need to like tell me to, hey, this is how you should do this how should do that. He didn't say anything. He didn't say anything at all. He did like say, hey, take him to go see this or that, but he wasn't like, oh, you have to sit this way or do this or do that. He was like, really just like, don't worry. And then the rest of the time, he was just looking out for me and hearing and understanding me. So I think it was like some people, they just like, there's people like that that bother me, man. But then, and then it throws off my whole energy and like my whole mental state. So I don't even be wanting to deal with people. And then it's like the people that's good that just like hear you out, you know what I'm saying? And they listen and not just trying to, put their own ideals or motives in your head, or the ones that's neutral, or they already know you and they accept how it is, that like make me calm and peaceful. So I think that's one thing, but I still have a lot to think about with this experience, but it was definitely a good experience. And if you don't know me, I don't talk a lot about my feelings, and I don't even know how many of y'all gonna watch this video. But me and mountains in the sky, come on now, like I got heaven tattooed on my back for a reason. Like that's where my heart is in space. Like it's beyond anything that exists here. So yeah, man, it's just been a long day. I've conquered a lot. I left the house in the morning time. I came home at nighttime. My knees are hurting. My legs are hurting. When I was coming down the mountain, my legs were shaking, bro. So I need a rest. I'm not really tired, but I'm gonna eat. But yeah, that was my experience, man. Believe it or not, I don't really care if you believe me or not, because I know myself, and if you know who I am, then you know I'm not lying to you. So, but yeah, man, it does sound unbelievable. And, I do enjoy when I get these visions and stuff, and things happen. And this isn't the first time. Like I've had a lot of. That's how my life goes. Like things like that in my family, they run together. Um, so yeah, me, my family, God, we close. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't really matter, what you say, but like what you do and how you do things to other people. Like I don't try to go out my way to negatively affect anybody unless they really deserve it. If nobody deserves any wrong, they don't get no wrong. So and by wrong I mean harming another person's feelings, or like seriously damaging feelings. But I could go deeper into that, but that's just a quick spill of how the journey went. And it was much longer. Like there was so much driving, man. Like my butt was numb and hurt. The food was good at the temple. The monk wanted my lope is what they call monks here, lope. So yeah, he wanted my number. Like he wanted to stay in contact. I'm like, I don't really use my phone, but I do use Facebook. But it's a monk. He can't really use Facebook, I guess. Some do, but yeah. So before I left out of there, I gave my Facebook to one person, and then my number to like one of the ladies that was helping out there, just to call, like, yay lang, like joke around, have fun. And then I told her like, hey, give my card to the monk too. So I'm pretty sure he'll be expecting me back, or maybe not expecting anything at all, because he's a Buddhist and you ain't really supposed to be expecting shit. But he wouldn't be surprised if I went back. But I know that if I go back, it's gonna be like, I don't know, man. But the fact that I could have slept there, stayed there, the fact that like there, I don't want to say expectation, like he's expecting me back, or expecting that we'll meet again, or like there will be a day when we meet again. That's pretty cool, man. It's like some movie stuff. Like, oh, went to a mountain, you'll see this man again. And I've been to so many, like I've been to 3 mountains here, man. And in America, I haven't. I climbed one mountain, Stone Mountain. I never went up. Kennesaw Mountain, think I might have a little bit, but I don't remember if I ever went to the top. But I did go to the Appalachian Mountains when I was in military college, and I did make it to the top of that. It was snowing and ice and whatever. I think it was just ice, but yeah, man, that's my story. And It was just overall good day. There's still stuff I'm gonna think about just to like clear my head out. And yeah, come on, New Year. It is what it is. I'm not sure if it's the first day or not, but whatever. So that's my story. I'm gonna go eat. Like I ain't even eat yet. I just decided to record this video first, and yeah, I'm gonna eat. This is a real experience for me. I don't really share too much with y'all, but like I don't low key, I don't really feel like I have a lot of friends here and like stateside. I know who my friends are, but sometimes it's like I feel alone. I don't really talk too much, except to like my mom, my best friend, or like this one, or like a few people I'm close with. But I'm all good, man. Just trying to keep moving up in life, keep conquering shit like I conquered shit today. And yeah, I still gotta unpack this, so that's all I got. But what else I got on this? Oh yeah, that's just on the descent. Beautiful day, beautiful evening. Bro, I had to, I had to, I had to. Shut up. But yeah, that's it from me. I'll leave you alone now. So enjoy your day, your night, whatever. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.